Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher with another episode of the Jab Jamboree produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the Full Berserker Clan. Um, Wanted to talk about this up and coming matchup uh, that will take place November the 17th in a Stay Busy fight with Tszyu versus Takeshi Inoue. And I don't want y'all to confuse that with the monster Inoue or Takashi 69. It sounds like a hybrid child. Nah, this is actually a fighter. If y'all remember him, Takashi Inoue fought Jaime Munguia January in January 2019. I don't remember the exact date. I gotta ask my boy Boss Mac for that because Mac actually had went to that fight. I remember that. It was another fight going on that night, and Mac couldn't cover the fight. I was covering the fight that night, and I remember Mac was actually at the fight. That's why he couldn't even jump on. He actually went to that Jaime Munguia card when he fought Takashi Inoue. If Mac is listening to this video, let me know in the comment section when I upload this video, champ. You know what I mean? If you for sure went to this fight, I remember though. I ain't go front. I definitely remember. I definitely remember. I believe, and it was a real competitive fight. From what I remember, it was a real competitive fight. Uh, can't take that away from Takashi Inoue. Definitely can't take that. But let's talk about Tim Kasazu. A lot of people probably wondering, like, why are you covering the great Kasazu's son? That's the reason why I'm covering him. He seems to be at a this era of next generation Sun boxers. That dad was good champion. He kind of seemed like he's on the path to really try to prove something. We got Chris Eubanks Jr., who I always like to get at. And we also got Connor Ben. We got Ricky Hatton's son, Campbell Hatton. So we got a bunch of these good champion sons that are trying to simulate what their fathers did, or maybe not even simulate. Just try to become a world champion. Maybe they're traveling to the same star, but they're getting there at a different course, like Alfred the Butler said. But as far as Tim Kasazu, I gotta give him credit. If what I'm hearing about him is for real, like he really wants all the smoke. He didn't even want this fight. You know who he was really supposed to be fighting instead of Takeshi Inoue? He was supposed to be fighting Tony Harrison. He was supposed to be fighting Tony Harrison. He really wanted that fight. He was really trying to make that fight. Like, I like that he really wants to prove himself. Shout out to Tim Kasazu, man. He ain't no chump. Like, guess who opted out of the fight? Tony Harrison opted out of the fight. It's not a theory. It's a fact. I wouldn't be defending him if I had to. This is facts. You can look it up. It's not a bad thing. Maybe Tony Harrison, from that last performance that he had, maybe his mind ain't clear yet. I mean, it's still fresh. He lost his pops. Still fresh. I remember the first year of me losing my mind. I still fought through it, but still fresh though. Everybody's different. Everybody healed differently. So I'm not going to, bang the gavel on Tony Harrison because, I could kind of empathize where he's coming from, as far as that. So I'm not going to bash him. I'm just saying though, Tim Kasazu wanted to fight him. You know what I mean? As you stuff like this happens all the time where you lose somebody and you still have to fight or uh, decide if you want to continue your career in boxing. It's crazy because it's kind of like the opposite with Tim Kasazu. His dad's still kicking, but he's not his trainer or whatever. But he pops up here and there, Kasazu, in young Tim's camps. So definitely respect that. He got all the confidence and his momentum is high. My first view of the young lad is when he went out and he fought Jeff Horn, when he fought the Hornet. And I believe he stopped him. Don't quote me on that. Y'all could tell me that in the comment section. I believe he stopped Jeff Horn, but I definitely watched that fight. It came on. It was in Australian time, so it was like 4 in the morning when the fight started in America. But I really wanted to see him because I kept hearing about him, and then from there on, I believed I watched him fight the Zepeda that fought Kell Brook. He beat him, I believe, and yeah, for a few other guys, and I gotta give this dude credit because not only did he not only did he want Tony Harrison, but this is who else was on the docket, but the fights couldn't manifest. He wanted Sebastian Fundora, the Towering Inferno. He wanted Sergio Garcia, or last option, he wanted Terrell Boucher. Just to stay busy because Charlo and Brian Castano, they decided that they going to rematch. The sanctioning bodies is going to let them rematch. Shit, to be honest with you, now if they wanted to rematch and not honor y'all motherfuckers can't strip them for the belt. All of this corruption going on, even if it ain't your sanctioning body. Just because the IBF and the WBO, ain't been involved in nothing crazy of lately. Don't get it twisted. To me, it's still a wild, wild west. You still get in where you fit in. I'm gonna look at it from a fighter standpoint. But at the same time, you just gotta be careful in all that you do when it come to this. And I gotta give Tim Kasazu credit for even trying to reach out to these four fighters and trying to make this fight and solidify his spot at 154 pounds. I mean, the dude from down under is looking like he's for real. With that being said, let me get back into the fight itself. Tim Kasazu, you can't come in here and play with Takeshi Inoue because I'm not even gonna lie to you. At 154 pounds, Jaime Munguia was dangerous. Was very dangerous. Was very dangerous. So I don't want you to come in here and underestimate this guy. I do not want you to come in here and underestimate this guy because honestly, he showed me a granite chin against Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia was cracking at 154. And he took all of it. I remember he got hurt with a body shot in the middle of that fight. Takeshi Inoue, he still kept coming. That's why I'm saying, like, this is actually, even though they looking at it as a tune-up, is it going to be a tune-up? Because I think this is one of them fights where the underdog really comes extra prepared. Go back and watch that Jaime movie. Shoot, you don't even gotta watch the full fight. Takashi and Jaime Munguia. Just watch the highlight that they got up there. And you see, if you didn't see this fight, you'll see what type of fight this is. It's a real grueling fight. A real grueling fight. So I could see this fight actually manifesting like that because of Tim Kasazu's style. I could definitely see that. I could see in the early rounds, Inoue really pushing him forward and bringing it to him. Really bringing it to him. But I think Tim Kasazu, through grit and determination, and I feel like he has the better skill set. I think that's going to carry him over to a split decision win. I don't think that he's going to stop. If he does stop him, I'd be surprised. But I believe Takashi said something to a sense to where he's going to break he's going to break his will. He's going to break his will and take his heart or something like that. He said he's going to really try to box in the beginning, Inoue said. He said he's going to exchange jabs. Then he's going to make his way on the inside as the fight keeps going on. And then he's going to take his heart. I said, wow. You know, you can't underestimate, anybody in the sport. Like I said, this could be a fight that Takeshi Inoue really gets up for with Tim Kasazu. We got to remember Tim Kasazu is the #1 mandatory for the WBO. He's actually waiting for the winner of Jamel and Brian Castano. He's putting, so whoever he fights right now, this is why I respect him. Even though y'all saying, oh, well, he ain't really, nah, bro. When you're the #1 mandatory and you fight somebody, you automatically putting that on the line. Regardless. He could have just chilled and waited. They didn't, you know what I mean? He could have chilled and waited, but I kind of feel him in a way. I would have put it on the line too and did the same thing just so I could be active. Just so I could be active. You know what I mean? He don't want to be too stale. He want to stay sharp, and I ain't mad at him with that. But he's still putting a lot on the line. And not only that, this is one of them type of fights that's really grueling, and it can take something out of you. I hope Tim Kasazu think about that. Go back and watch that Jaime. I know you don't fight the same way as Jaime, but I done seen you sit in the pocket at mid range and start exchanging with dudes. You did it with Jeff Horn, so that's all I really got on that. I think that this is a good fight. November the 17th. I believe it's going to be in Australia. Y'all don't get me the line. If any of you guys know, let me know in the comment section. With that being said, I'm going to end this video. Y'all all take care. Y'all stay up. And it's your boy Act Reacher. I never steer you wrong. And I'm out of here.